Hi again. This is Reedy's Geometry, and we're talking section 1-6. Getting back into some actual geometry, and I don't think I said this before, but geometry, geo means earth, and metry means measure. And this comes from the Greek. So literally, it's earth measure. Different ways to graph the earth. And Greeks used geometry a lot to build buildings and in their architecture to measure for streets in towns and that kind of thing. So we're going to talk about triangles today, and all we're going to really do is just name them. All right, decide what kind they are. And that's called classifying triangles. And there are two different ways to classify triangles. One is by their angles, the size of their angles. If you look at this triangle that I have here, and this is on your note card, this is an acute triangle because all three angles in that triangle are acute. And acute means less than 90 degrees. All right? So that's an acute triangle. But if you have an angle that's greater than 90 degrees, like this one, that's an obtuse angle, and therefore this is an obtuse triangle. If you have one angle that is a right angle, that is, it exactly equals 90 degrees, then that's a right triangle. These are things that you may know from earlier math, junior high math. But I have a question for you. Why, and you can talk about this with your partners when you get a chance, why does a triangle, why can it only have at most one right angle? Think about that. Last one is a triangle where all three angles are equal. They are the same. And if that happens, they all have to be acute. That's just how it works. And this is called equiangular. Equa meaning equal, and angular, of course, meaning angle. So an equiangular triangle has all three angles equal to each other in measure. Now classifying triangles by sides, the length of the sides. I've tried, it's kind of rough, but I've tried to draw this triangle to look like no two of the sides are equal to each other. And if that's true, that's called a scalene triangle. But if exactly two of the sides are equal to each other, and the third is not the same size, that's an isosceles triangle. And of course, if all three sides are equal to each other, that's equilateral. Equal meaning equal, and lateral meaning side. Now, you can classify triangles by angle, by side, or sometimes by both. You know, for example, if I look at this obtuse triangle right here, it's obtuse, but it also looks like no two of the sides are equal. So that would be an obtuse scalene triangle. All right? So there's the explanation of your note card. And next we'll do some examples. All right, here are some examples from section 1-6. We're classifying triangles. On your worksheet, I'm going to do numbers 7, 9, and 14. Number 7, first it says classify by angles. It says you have two acute angles and one obtuse angle. Well, if you have one obtuse angle, that's all you can have. That classifies it right there. It's an obtuse triangle. So I'll just put obtuse. And the little sign for triangle. Number 9, it says classify by sides this time. 3 sides all the same length. And if they're all the same, they're equal. Equal sides means equilateral. So this one's going to be equilateral. Number 14 says classify by sides. 3 sides, all different lengths. And of course, if they're all different lengths, then that's going to be a scalene triangle. I'll put scalene triangle. I didn't put my little triangle sign by the equilateral, but you get the general idea. All right, classifying triangles.